again, now the main stories in London. A murder investigation is underway after a man was stabbed in Maida Vale. Police were called at around 9:45 on Friday evening to reports of a stabbing in Tollgate Gardens. Emergency services attended the address, where the 40-year-old victim was treated for stab wounds. He later died in hospital. Officers are asking anyone with mobile phone or dash cam footage of individuals in the area at the time of the incident to come forward. Police have named the victim of a fatal shooting in Brent. 55-year-old Simon White was shot in Stonebridge on Friday evening and died at the scene. An urgent appeal has been issued for witnesses, information and dashcam footage. Extra patrols have been put in place to reassure the local community. An off-duty paediatric intensive care nurse who works for the Evelina Children's Hospital has been invited to this year's Royal Variety performance in recognition of her extraordinary compassion. Anita Greaves spent hours helping an elderly woman who suffered serious head injuries after falling at Waterloo Station, staying with her until paramedics arrived despite having just finished a long shift. Rosie Barnett went along to meet her.
As a paediatric intensive care nurse, Anita Greaves is used to saving lives. But not usually after she clocks off. This September, though, that changed.
So I just finished a long shift here. I left quite late because it was busy, and I was walking over to Waterloo, where I get the train from, and heard a shout for help. And as I approached, there was a lady on the floor, and there was an awful lot of blood.
That lady was 84-year-old Hazel. She'd fallen at the ticket barriers at Waterloo Station and badly hit her head. Anita's nursing instincts immediately kicked in, controlling the bleeding and staying with her until paramedics arrived nearly 2 hours later.
I was worried about her conscious levels. I was worried that she was going to deteriorate.
Thanks in large part to Anita, she survived, and the pair are now close friends.
We've made like friends for life. She's the most incredible person, so it's lovely. It's a real honour being able to help her.
But that wasn't the only honour she received. In recognition of her kindness, the mother of two was invited by Buckingham Palace to the Royal Variety performance, along with celebrities, other community heroes, and of course, the royal family.
It's actually got quite emotional. It was incredible. It's something that I would have never thought of going to, never thought I could go to something like that.
The Princess of Wales is patron of the Evelina London here and wanted to personally thank staff members for their services with tickets to the performance. It was Anita's colleagues who nominated her as the most deserving to attend. But Anita says it's an honour shared, as any one of them would have done the same.
No one will walk past. This is our job. You're there to help people, and I'd absolutely do it again.
Rosie Barnett, ITV News.
And you can catch the Royal Variety performance here on ITV just after 7 o'clock this evening. OK, let's have a look at some of the day's sport.
Powering local sport in the community. Octopus Energy sponsors ITV Regional Sports Report.
League Cup quarter-finals, Arsenal played Crystal Palace this afternoon, beating them 2-0, while Chelsea won their match today, scoring a whopping 9 goals in total to Liverpool's 1. Spurs lost 2-1 to Manchester United, and West Ham were beaten by Manchester City, ending their game 5-1 down. And former Arsenal and Chelsea footballer Karen Carney has been celebrating a new win in her career. Karen and Carney! After weeks of intense dance routines, the former England player beat Amber Davies and George Clark in the Strictly Come Dancing Grand Final to lift the Glitterball trophy. She is the first footballer to ever win. OK, let's have a look at the weather now. Here's James.
Wet by the coast, with a high chance of sun and splashing. TUI sponsors ITV London weekend weather.
Hi there, good evening. A bit of a grey end to the weekend, and we've got a little bit of rain pushing through over the next few hours. But once that's cleared, things set to settle down. It does mean we might see a little bit of frost, particularly outside of the central capital area, and generally turning a little bit chillier by day. This low pressure spinning up some rain over the next few hours, but that system starts to peter out. We back around to a bit more of an easterly. That's going to help us import a bit of chilly air from the continent, and with it at first some cloud, but hopefully some dry air later on. That lasts into Boxing Day too. Some rain around over the next few hours, probably up to around 10 millimetres of the wet stuff. Shouldn't see any particular problems. It kind of lingers a bit and won't really clear until halfway through the night. Temperatures by the end of it 7 or 8 Celsius, so not particularly chilly. Tomorrow then, again quite cloudy, but not quite as gloomy. A little bit of a higher cloud base, so maybe even a touch of brightness for a while. Not too breezy either, so we are going to remain on the mild side, 11 or 12 Celsius, so several degrees up on where we'd expect to be at this time of year. As we head through Monday into Tuesday, that's when the breeze changes to a bit more of an easterly, still kind of importing a fair amount of cloud, but with it some cooler temperatures, so quite a big drop off as we head into Tuesday, and then the temperatures will dip again as we head into Christmas Eve. Might see a little bit of frost around to start the day, and then the big day itself, a frosty start once again, but hopefully some sunshine and temperatures topping out at 5. So if you're off out for a Christmas walk, make sure you wrap up warm.
TUI sponsors ITV London weekend weather.
And that's all from us for now. We'll be back with updates during Good Morning Britain, of course, but in the meantime, have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.